Hello everyone, my name is Nikita and today's date is 17 July 2024 and my topic name is the type of constructor. A type of constructor that are in Java that are a constructor is a block of the code similar to the methods and it is called when the instance of the class. Instance of the class is created. At the time of the calling the constructor, memory for the object is allocated in the memory. It is an special type of the method which is also used to initialize the objects every time the object is created using the new keyword. In the add list of one constructor, it calls a default constructor if there is a no constructor available in the class. In the constructor, in such a case, that are also an Java compiler provides a default constructor provides defaults that can be there are having and two types of the constructor. First is and the no argument constructor and second is and the no argument constructor are also called as default constructor and second is and the parameterized constructor. And it is called as the constructor because it is and construct the values of at the time of the object creation. It is not necessary to write a constructor for the class and it is because the Java compiler that can be create a default constructor if your class is and does not have any. And the rules for the creating Java constructor, there are two rules defined for the constructors. First is that the constructor must be the same as its class name. Second is that the constructor must have no explicit return type and constructor cannot be and third is that the constructor cannot be an abstract, static and final or the synchronizable. And there are the type of the constructor in Java that are also and the first is and the default constructor. A default constructor are also called as the no argument constructor. The constructor that are having and the no arguments is called as the Java default constructor. Constructor is called as default constructor when it does not have any parameters. Syntax of the default constructor that are following the class name, parenthesis and curly braces. The constructor in this example that are also and the following and the no argument constructor are example of the following. The by class it will be involved at the time of the object creation. For the program that are also create and call the default constructor in the class by first that are created the default constructor and the by first and that are also used to print the byte is created and the make method of the public static void main and that are also used to call by default the constructor in the byte. What is the purpose of the default constructor? The default constructor that are also used to provide the default values to the argument or the object like 0, null, etc. Depending on the type of the constructor. And the second is the Java parameterized the constructor. A constructor which have any specific parameters or the number of parameters is called as the parameterized constructor. In the Java parameterized constructor, why use the parameterized constructor in Java? In the Java, the parameterized constructor that are also used to provide different values to distinct object. However, you can provide the same values also. The example of parameterized constructor in this constructor that are also having and following examples. We have created a constructor of the student class that can be have two parameters. We can have any number of parameters in the constructor or the constructor that can be overloading in Java. In Java, a constructor is just like a method but without return type. It can be also be overloaded like Java methods. Constructor overloading. A Java is an techniques of having the more than one constructor with the different parameters listed. They also are arranged in the way that can be and each constructor perform different actions or the different tasks. They are differentiated by the compiler by the number of parameters in the list and their types. In the Java copy constructor, there is no copy constructor in Java. because of they know that are however copy the values from one object to another, like copy constructor. And it can like copy constructor in C++, that can be also, and the constructor types. That's all about.